What's up? What's up?
Out to that intro,
Yeah,
bro.
like
Come
that, huh?
on, man.
That
It was
is.
all a dream. Welcome back to the Rich Dreams Show. I am your co-host, Smo Dog, here with my boy, my mans,
G Fades, what's popping?
and G Fizzle and Hizzle for Shizzle.
What's
We
up?
come to you to bring to y'all, just your daily news, daily information, weekly, I should say. Just some tidbits that you may not know about on a cultural standpoint. For the
Mhm.
average listener, you did.
Okay, okay.
Um, yeah, man, we got a
Before
couple hot topic
before we get
situations.
into it, how was your weekend,
What's
man?
up?
Before we get into it,
Man,
how was
weekend was pretty stellar,
your weekend?
man.
Was pretty good.
Man, shit, living life, man. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna
Yeah.
say pretty stellar. Yeah. I went to a fucking memorial service, which I guess that'll kind of go over one of the topics we cover later in this episode as
Okay.
well. But yeah, man, my our cousin Big D, his grandpa, man, his grandpa passed, man.
Oh shit. Oh
Yep,
damn.
yep, yep. So we're down there for that.
Man.
And, spent the rest of the weekend, doing the Valentine's
The
thing.
Valentine's Day thing, huh?
Yeah, man, the weekend plans,
That's what's up.
showing the love.
Yeah.
What else we did, man? Went and seen the new Ant-Man and Wasp. Are you a Marvel guy? I don't
No,
think you fuck with Marvel like that, huh?
nah, man. Not
Yeah.
really. Not
Well,
really.
for those who do fuck with the Marvel Ant-Man and Wasp new shit, I'm gonna say it was cool. It was a good backstory of what Ant-Man had going on and everything, and a kind of a deep dive into with him. And then Jonathan Majors was in there. It was good to support him. He up and coming actor, really
Right.
cold by the way. He played a good ass villain. So if you
Right.
like a good ass villain, go watch that. If you're into the Marvel thing.
Yeah, man.
What about yourself, bro? How was your weekend, Mr.
Man,
Fade?
it was cool, man. Just chill, laid back. You know,
Yeah.
I'm a routine guy, so don't much change.
Did you get into Did you get into All Star? We're gonna talk about it more later, but did you watch it and everything?
I did. It
Okay,
was
okay.
it was all right. It was all right this year.
All
Like the
right.
not the game, but the
Oh,
what was that, the Saturday events.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
Celebrity game and all that type of skill chat. Okay.
yeah, yeah, that was cool. But
Okay.
the game, what is that? Yesterday? No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
that ain't it.
That's kind of a point of emphasis that I was hearing on First Take this morning. Boy, Stephen A was laying into him about that. But
That wasn't it.
hey, it is what it is. Let's see. Starting off this week, first of all, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors. Of course, we got the Rich Dreams Apparel. Go get that off the
Yeah.
Etsy shop. Go follow us, Rich Dreams _ Apparel on Instagram, Facebook, and then follow us on TikTok as well. And then shout out to the Now Legacy for putting us on.
Shout
Uh,
out.
Man, this has been a nice little ride. Make sure you follow, subscribe. They got a lot of dope content, different shows, podcasts, inspirational, quotes and everything for your daily lives, man. If you just need a nice motivational, hit up the Now Legacy Network.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so yeah, man. Topic one: discussing the passport bros.
Passport,
Um,
bro. This is a new thing, right?
yeah, man. It's a like a new little, I guess, following.
Okay.
It's these guys, and basically what they do is they take trips to like countries,
Okay.
where it's like, of course, different variety of women. You got your
Mhm.
Latin kind of culture, Latin America culture, um, you know, like Spanish, I guess, African as well,
Okay.
just these different cultures where I guess the main theme of it is where women are a little bit more submissive. Uh,
Mm.
they,
That what guys want?
I mean,
I could have
that's what
sworn.
these guys want. That's
You
what
see
that's
what?
what they're choosing to do with their passports.
One would think that guys want women with the bag and college degrees, and
Mm,
some think that, but
somebody they
just
can
sad.
build with. Somebody they can build with, man. Yeah, somebody that's independent and don't need them. That's what
Don't
most
need it.
guys. be
I got
looking.
my own, so
Yeah.
that's what we're looking for, huh? Right. Yeah, I know.
uh, yeah, man. So I think where we lie on this, well, I know where I lie. It's like I understand what they got going. Um, I personally don't feel like it's lost, but it is few and far between if that's like your thing. If you really looking for a lady that's like hard down, kind of old schoolish, I guess you could say in a way, to where it's
Okay.
like, okay, they feel like their main objective is to serve you, then
Okay.
yeah, you probably gonna end up going with the overseas culture. Um,
Mhm.
I mean, not that women in America don't serve, but it's like that's not their main objective. That's not
Few
their main
far and in
focus. That's
between. Few far and in
number
between.
one thing is let me get me and get my happiness straight, and then
No,
what I
that's it.
got.
That's
Yeah.
it. Just stop right there. Let me get me and my happiness. Nah, nah, just play. But nah, I get what you're saying
Damn,
though.
are we becoming them podcasters? They be talking about podcasters like it's all about women bashing and shit.
Nah, man, I fool with women, man. You know,
You
uh,
fuck, you fuck with them.
I just think, man, we both have our ways, you know. But I
Yeah,
think, I think overall, men are bashed more than women are. But I just think, like I said, I think that we both have our issues that we need to work on. Both sex, male and
we
female.
gotta find somebody that's non-hetero or some shit to come on the show so we can get a different perspective. Because I feel like everybody tired of hearing about men versus women type shit. I want to hear, do women that do what other women do, they be having the same type of issues or shit,
Yeah,
whatever, or is it more cohesive or what? Like what niggas be doing?
right. Well, I
But
mean, like I said, I just think it's a thing of, again, like I said, past episodes, just trying to understand the other six, you
yeah,
know, instead of wanting them to confirm into what you want them to be.
that understanding, that's a hard term, man.
Understand who they are. Yeah,
'Cause to understand, you kind of have to put aside your own
exactly,
thought processes,
exactly.
which I mean, people we
People
kind
be
of
open to
selfish in
understand.
nature like that, to
Yes,
where it's our feelings first, really, and that's kind of what I mean. The culture has kind of taught people from now, self care,
mm,
uh, and like Cat Williams say, you a star player, so you do kind of have to adhere to that, but I guess you have to have a happy medium about it, right?
right. I think everything is about balance. Life in general is about balance. So you can't have too much of one thing. You're gonna be lacking somewhere, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's about balance though. But I think, you know, like with the passport bros thing. I mean, I don't know who started this trend, or like to me, it just came out of nowhere.
Right.
But you know, I think it's just a thing where, I mean, I guess these group of guys, they tired of the women that they're running across over here. You know, you can't dispute that. Like if you know, that's how they feel. That my perspective, their perspective is, man, I ain't, you know, these ain't the type of women that I would want that I'm running across. So they going over there. I mean, I can't knock them for that, but
And American women, you know what they saying. I've seen go. Don't nobody care.
right,
They
right, right.
look, you put your
Look,
ass. So I
you
mean,
probably got mommy issues and hate women anyways. You know how
yeah.
I go. You
So
know how I go. Yeah.
I guess they being even more for F and F, even more of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Uh, all in all, I'm gonna say I'm gonna give the passport bro thing a 5 out of 10. Nah, I ain't gonna. I'm gonna go 4 out of 10, man, because you're running away from your problems. Um, now,
No,
if
no,
you
no.
have the means to do that, I mean, that's hey, I
So
guess.
it's you see you saying it's his problem for not wanting to, you know, deal with the, I guess, the women that he's running across. You saying that's his problem?
I
That's
mean, just like we say for the women, you got to figure out what it is about your energy that's attracting that, man. Like,
no doubt, no doubt. But if he going over there to wherever he going, And he having a hell of a time over there with them women, man. Who am I to say he running away from his problem? He might be running away from him and going to where, where he happy or where he wanted it. I don't know whatever the case it is,
I gotta look up and see if we find one that got married and they actually
For
doing
sure
their
we
thing.
do, yeah.
Yeah,
And we got to bring that one back to the show. That's we to be continued on that one.
yeah. Because it's like anybody could go off and have some fun, but it's like, is you really doing what you say you trying to do? Is you really finding the happiness and everything, or is it just like it's cool to have a little chick that's gonna cook and clean for a little, couple weeks or whatever?
Nah, let's not doubt them. Let's not doubt them. Them boys over there doing their thing, man. I think whatever they getting
Living
over,
vida loca. Huh?
they done made it a whole thing on social media, so they must be happy with it.
I feel you.
Yep.
Yeah. Shout out to them, bro. They living life, real bachelor shit.
Yep.
I'm living some real bachelor pad shit right now because it's my last bottle of water in the house.
Mm.
So I gotta get my life right. Don't worry about what the passport board was doing anyway.
Mm.
Let's go on with the next topic, man. So uh the city councilman Eric Mays
My boy, man, he be snapping up in there. That boy a radical in there, man.
has been a city councilman for some time now, and pretty much getting news recognition for getting into some trouble now because he's
Mm.
basically being held in contempt in the courtroom for outburst, name calling, throwing racial slurs. Um,
That's him. That's why it's funny because that's him to a T. But I'm riding with my boy though, man. I
and
ride with.
all while using just the sultriest of voices. It's just like,
Oh, come on,
hey,
man. That's what get you right there. The
it's
voice.
you can see his demeanor. It's almost like he preaching to you,
Yeah,
but he
yeah,
talking that shit.
yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. He damn near look like he'll put hands on something, man. I ain't gonna lie. I
Hey
don't
man,
know, man.
he probably
Man,
in the killer, but don't push him.
man, what they do? What they told him? Sir, can you please leave the courtroom? That boy say nope. He say nope.
Nope. And then
Man,
she's like, "Oh, I'm trying to talk, and you talk. Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah, he mocked her.
I'm sorry. I didn't. Oh,
Hey,
hey man.
man, free Eric Mays, man. Free Eric Mays, man.
If it seems like every time we get somewhere in a political space and we have somebody that really does speak freely, they are immediately silenced. I mean, yes,
Yeah,
he's a little bit more expressive than most, but is he really harmony with the racial slurs he might be doing this?
racial slur. They might be hurting some feelings up in there
Yeah,
with that,
we don't really want to condone that. But
Yeah, but I
hey,
think
at the end of the day, black people can't be racist. We can just be prejudiced. And you know what? Sometimes I don't mind being prejudiced to the white folk. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I deal with it in everyday life.
yeah, nah, no doubt. But I think with him, man, I think his overall message is good. I think he means well. He go he get crazy now. Don't get me wrong, he get crazy, but and he a character too, man.
That was like 14, 15. My bad.
Huh?
I was telling the producer that was like 14, 15. They probably have to take that out with the white people thing. Hey man.
White folks alone, man. Leave them alone.
Eventually they gonna probably be the sponsor, so we don't want to
Leave,
fuck with
leave them alone, man. But nah, man, I think, like I said, I think homie, I think I can tell, whenever I do see his videos on TikTok, I can tell he really cares about the city of Flint, Michigan. Where's it in Michigan, right?
Yes, Flint.
Michigan, right. Flint, Michigan. Yeah,
Flint
you
with
can
the
tell
dirty water.
right. So I think he really cares about it. That's why he's that passionate. It might be a little crazy too now, but we all live crazy somewhere. But I think he's mostly just super passionate about his work.
Do you think we will ever get away from this culture of feeling like you have to hide your crazy? Because like you said, we all you know, we
Everybody,
all have a different, I guess, professional space than we do like at home. On to a certain extent, we might,
right,
you know, not just say everything that's quite on our mind
right.
in spaces like that. Do you think it'll ever be really free like that, where people can do that and just not be offended?
Probably not in that type of space that he in.
Yeah,
This, this, you're a city councilman, bro.
you probably will just be able to tell somebody
You
shut up
can't,
on the
you can't,
board, huh?
you can't be in there talking to them folks like that, man. Threatening them and all of this. You know what I'm saying? But that's his methods, man. That's how you get down. That's how you get down. But I don't think it'll ever be a time where it's just accepted. No, I don't think so.
I,
Huh?
you know what I dream though? I want to be able to just be in a professional space.
You got a dream?
Man, look,
Come on,
I'm
man. Break it down.
Smoke got a dream. Smoke got a dream that one day I could tell my coworker, "Hey, fuck you, because you stupid," and we just go back to working like nothing happened. It don't have to be a whole thing. And
Okay.
sometimes I feel like they know they stupid.
Yeah.
Like sometimes all my friends have told me that I've been a jackass at some point, and I have to sit back and realize,
Maybe I was a jackass. Yeah.
and that's how you get better. That's why there's so much slow progression with American companies, man.
You think so? It's too sensitive and you can't really tell folks how you really feel about them. That's what you're saying?
I think if we could be a little bit more honest,
Yeah.
it would be helpful. It would speed things up, and
Mm,
that's what seems like is always the thing with people.
yeah.
Everything's a rush. Everybody needs information now.
Yeah. Now I get what you're saying. That's probably why you'll see, you know, like you think about like how record labels are ran,
Mhm.
from the executives to the A&R guys to the assistants.
Right.
Let's get talked to like crazy. The managers, the agents get talked to like crazy. But at the end of the day, shit, they get shit done. They're working out multi-million-dollar deals a lot of times. So,
Right.
I don't think, if you're just talking about like the average job out here, I think that would help. But will it
And you know what?
get
Not
there?
even just being super loose with it. Regulate it. You
Okay.
know, you get one fuck a month. Or one cussing out of a person a month.
You can cut out one nigga a month.
I'm just saying, put some regulations on it, or make it like choice time or something.
Right.
You accrue so much and you can use it, or
Or you could just have a space where everybody get to just air their grievances. Just like you say, once a month we all
an
get
actual productive meeting. They be scheduling so many bullshit meetings. Schedule a real meeting,
man.
a grievance meeting.
Miss that bullshit. I swear about them jobs. Swear, bro.
It's a
Yeah.
rough thing, bro. But I mean, to
Shout
tie
out
to
to
it,
you,
man,
Shout out.
he's Eric is up to, they say he could get up to about 1 year in prison.
Okay.
Again, and this is all just for speaking words, I guess, in a space where I guess you're held to a certain, I don't know, it was like a courthouse type of vibe to,
What is
because
that called? Held in contempt, right?
yeah, that's basically what he was.
Yeah.
He was I forget the word she said, but he was dismissed from the meeting.
And he wouldn't leave.
Yeah, he wouldn't leave. So
He said no.
I guess at a certain point, I guess maybe you passing. So maybe that's sort of what it is.
I don't know, but that's crazy though. That's crazy. Yeah.
I I don't think he'll serve that whole sentence. I hope
Nah,
not.
he might not get no jail time though. He might be able to get off on that.
Okay.
Hopefully he don't.
We can only hope.
Shout out, man.
Man.
Free my boy, man.
Hey, for real.
Yeah.
Make sure you pay attention to the QR codes that are popping up, man. Scan, get you some Rich Dreamzz apparel. I'm sitting in here with my big boy bomber on,
I like that. I like that.
We appreciate it.
New
You got the
team,
original
new
design
team.
tee on.
We got new tees, new hats. We have the workout leggings and bra for women, all coming soon. So
Straight
be on
up.
the lookout.
All right, sure. Look like next up, man. I'm gonna switch it, man. I don't know if we're going
Okay.
out of order, but
Okay.
matter of fact, nah. Let's go ahead and we're gonna keep on. Super Bowl was this past weekend, right?
Weekend before last,
Weekend
2 weeks
before
ago.
last,
Yeah.
but we was doing the Valentine's stuff this
Wait,
week.
what's it? Nah, it was last weekend. Right. Last
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'm true.
yeah, man. See, yeah, and you know, I does he, yeah. So y'all talk
Yeah.
about memory, so I'm good. uh, yeah, man. Super Bowl came through. Rihanna came through with the big halftime performance. Uh, I'm kicking myself for not putting the money on the Chiefs like I should have.
Mm,
Man, but Patty Mahomes got it done.
yeah, man. He pretty
What's
good
that? Three or was that four?
for
That's
what?
three.
No, he got two
That's four.
titles. He got two. He been to three. He's
Been to
been
three.
to three Super Bowls, but got two titles. How
Okay.
you felt? How you did you see the Rihanna performance? How you feel about that? What was your?
I mean, I thought she did her thing.
Uh,
It was cool with the little levels, how she was coming out. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little scared. I was like, once I saw the bump, I was like, damn, I wouldn't want to be up there like that type shit.
right.
But
Exactly.
hey, you know, she a performer. She been doing this shit. She fearless.
Yeah.
Uh, but nah, it was cool. I saw the social media memes about the people in the white suits being ASAP Rocky sperm. So I thought that was funny as shit.
Wow. Nah,
Uh,
I thought the performance itself mediocre, like just on her behalf, and I get it. You know, she's pregnant, but you know, of course, I like her music, so you know, I was still, I was
the
still
levels
impressed.
been doing for you, bro. And then she came off it, you know.
I feel like if she would have been, she wouldn't. If she wasn't with child, I think she would have been. I think she would have done. I think she would have done a much better job. Not to say it was just trash,
BG
but
said, get that pregnant bitch off the stage. I mean, get that pregnant lady
no,
off the
I feel
stage.
like it was all right. It was all right. You know, it was cool. But I think she, if she wasn't pregnant, I think she definitely would have done better at just performing. You know, of course, I like the music though. So,
So you want to see more just of her dancing
uh, just more movement
instead of
than
the
she can.
side people.
Yeah, yeah, kind of like how
I
Beyonce.
mean, her dances they was going off, but like she wasn't as mobile.
That's what exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I
yeah.
get that because
But
you, I mean, when you want to see a
everybody
performance,
else
you
was
want to see the
cool.
performer, the main performer.
Yeah. Everybody else was cool. Like but
Hey, big
oh
pose.
yeah, it was good. It was a
Hey
good show.
man, that's what it is though. You know, everybody can't be like 50 Cent, man. Hang upside down and do the rapping and everything
I
at
thought he
the
was
same
gonna
time
break
like he
that.
did.
I thought he was gonna break that motherfucker out. He was
Hey
having
man,
getting to gain a little weight, man.
look, he's just lifting. He lifting more, man. Nah, shit, he eating good off all them damn Star
All
series,
the
man.
shows you got out here. Yep.
Bruh, he eating healthy. But nah, man. Rihanna was cold. I feel like it was good for her to be out after all them years of basically not really putting out music, or at least not to the general public scene. Like she probably making her own stuff behind the scenes.
Right.
Uh, I wish I could have seen like a new song. That would have been cool.
Okay. You
Other
would
than
want to hear a new one.
if she'd have performed like something other than the Wakanda 2, the Black Panther 2 song that she got out there to lift me up,
Okay.
which I thought she would have hit that one. She had the lifts. But
Right. I was just gonna say, look like she could have did it right now.
yeah,
What
she
we
could have
looking
hit
at
the
right
lift,
now?
but she kept it popping, man. So
Yeah.
shouts to Rihanna though.
Yeah. Nah. I mean, Rihanna, man. Rihanna. She's Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? Like
Shouts
she
to
can't be.
ASAP, man. Keep
She
putting
can't
them babies in her, bro.
she can't do much wrong, man. That's Rihanna. Like as far as musically.
Shout out to ASAP. Keep putting them
Yeah,
babies in her, bro.
ASAP did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Yes,
He
sir.
did. And put one more in it behind her.
Under,
Yeah, yeah,
under the
behind her.
understood the assignment.
He knew. He knew, man. My boy ain't going back to the hood ever. He going back ever.
Hey
Shit.
man, that's how you
Hell
get it,
yeah.
man.
Hell yeah.
We could all be so blessed.
Man. Must be.
Um, and then of course, we had NBA go down after the Super Bowl.
We did.
Uh, Matter of fact, one last thing, I saw a tweet. It was a video. Pat Mahomes. They say
Uh,
he was so drunk. I guess he was celebrating, but he took a picture with a fan and then he walked off and gave the fan the Super Bowl trophy,
he gave the fan the trophy.
bro.
Wow, that boy, man! When I seen him at the parade, I seen a video of him at the parade. Man, that boy pants was sagging. I say, yeah, he drunk in a bit. He
Lit, man.
his
Hey,
pants was sagging. Looked like he had 2 cans of Coors Light in his hand. I'm like, bro, that's his daddy coming out of right there. Now that nigga
yeah, yeah.
daddy is he
I
is a
love it.
Negro.
I
He's a
love
Negro.
it. Hey,
Yeah,
when you accomplish what you supposed to accomplish, get ratchet.
man, look,
That's how I
have a
feel.
ball, have a blast.
Mhm. I mean, I feel like that's good shit, man. That's like you deserve to cut loose once you done put
Yeah,
your all into something and you achieve the maximum goal.
yeah, but don't give him the whole trophy though. That's all I'm saying. Don't give him the
You might
trophy.
want to refrain from that.
Yeah, let somebody else hold it while you doing your thing. Give it to the coach
Wow,
or
man.
the lineman. Shoot, man, come on,
It
bro.
was smooth too. He took the picture. He was posing with the trophy. And he said, and walked the.
Wait a minute. He
Hey,
just
man,
gave it to him. Wait a minute. Look how he's
come
sagging.
on, lead.
Hold that real
Yeah,
quick.
we live. Champs 2023 on me.
You
All
got
right,
the
gang.
bandana around.
Appreciate
There
you.
you hold that. There you go. Man, what is you doing, Mahomes?
I proceeded to shake hands.
And left. I'm talking about dropped it
I
off.
appreciate y'all. I'm Lee. I'm out.
Yeah. Oh
Uh,
man, that's fun.
hey, you want to talk about? I want to be that blissful, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know if I ever want to be that messed up to where I just give somebody something of that importance and walk off. Look how he walk. Look how
Happy,
he walked off. Like
not a
yeah,
care in the world, boy.
I won it. I give to who I want to give to. Shit.
Yeah, y'all know what it is. Get that bitch back. Stop playing.
Man. Nah,
Uh,
shout out Pat Mahomes. That's a cold young brother right there, man.
seriously,
He the future for sure. What he got now, not the
yeah.
future he got now.
On
Yeah,
some New Balance shit. He might need to get with them. Huh? He got now, not next.
he got now. Yep.
You, uh, man. But yeah, man. So that's the end of the NFL season. Do you think the Eagles will be back? Do you think? I mean, this was a. It wasn't. I ain't gonna say it was an anomaly, but it was, not something you see all the time.
With who? The Eagles or what?
Yeah. I mean, they hadn't been in the Super Bowl in recent years.
Well, they just won it in
Besides,
18.
well, yeah,
Yeah, that wasn't too far back. I mean, I think they know what they're doing over there. Like
yeah,
they literally probably maybe like a year after that championship season. So 2 years after that championship season, I think that's when they started to like rebuild everything.
true.
Tried to hold on to Carson Wentz. Carson is Carson, man. It seemed like after he what did he do? Tear his ACL that championship season in 18?
I don't remember the exact injury, but I know he had probably something like
It
that.
was
Yeah,
season
it
ending.
was
Yeah,
season
I
ending.
think it was the ACL, and he just hasn't been the same since he came back. So they get your boy Jalen
Yeah.
Hurts in the draft, and he been getting better every year, every year getting better. So I think the Eagles will be right back in it. Definitely, they're one of the top two, top three teams in the
Yeah.
NFC.
Because let's assume Brady stays retired. Who's really an NFC quarterback that's on that same type of caliber,
Of Jalen Hurts,
NFC wise?
NFC. Man, it's really when you think about the best teams, who are they?
I guess you can say Dak.
Don't do that. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Don't,
Yeah,
don't do that, man. You know I don't like to talk down on Dak, man. It's the Cowboy fans. I don't really, but
yeah. Nah, Dak cool. I mean, Dak from Halton, man. So shut
yeah,
up, man.
but I don't
Yeah,
think
man.
Dak to me is outside the top 10. Now,
Yeah,
if you want to put him at 11, 12, that's cool. But I
yeah.
think he outside the top 10.
We
But
got the golden boy, I guess, Trevor Lawrence, but he ain't really on that level either.
in the AFC,
Oh shoot,
actually in
that's
the AFC.
my bad, my
Yeah,
bad.
nah, that's who loaded. They
Yeah,
loaded up
yeah,
there.
they got all the damn quarterbacks.
Yeah,
They
they
got
got all the quarterbacks over there. We got like he probably the best. Jalen Hurts. Back to the
yeah,
question, he probably the best over in the NFC right now.
yeah.
Depending on where
I
A
can't really
Rod
just
go,
think of nobody.
depending where Aaron Rodgers go,
Yeah,
uh, he's still with Green Bay right now, but I think Jalen Hurts right there. Especially if A Rod leave, I think he'd be the best in the NFC.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it. Um, they thinking Aaron may go to the Jets. Um,
Yeah. I,
do you
and,
see
and,
that?
and I knew now see I ain't even catch that. He just said that because his team is the Jets, bro. That's why he did that. I was like, wait a minute. I know somebody that like the Jets. Dude, come
Hey
on,
man, I
cut that
mean
out.
that'll definitely make y'all a contender, a playoff contender,
Nah, because they got a good defense. They got a good
automatic.
defense over
Yeah,
there. They really only probably just need a quarterback. Yeah, that's probably the only thing that they're missing is a quarterback.
shoot. I
Uh,
think the last like consistent quarterback they had was Sanchez.
he wasn't even good like that. It was
Yeah, I mean, but I think he
he
got
would
him to at
not
least
give the
playoff.
ball away. That's what he.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think that may be like as far as them winning. Yes,
And
more
then
so.
past that, Gino, he
But
had his
Gino
run.
wasn't there. But what?
But he wasn't as Gino of late.
Right? No, he's not this Gino. Shout out to Gino too, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm proud of dude because
Very, very improved.
black quarterbacks once they get put on that bench, they normally don't get a chance to start again. So
That's a fact.
nah, that's good shit, Gino. Keep going, bro. Yep.
Hopefully, my boy Teddy, man, he might get another resurgence, man. He
Well,
another one.
he the backup over there with Miami, right now.
Mhm.
Yeah, he can start. Man, they can send him back down there to us.
Man, I heard something about us and mate, boy.
Nah, we don't want that dude. We
Ooh,
don't want that dude, man.
ooh.
Uh, would he be much better than Andy Dalton? I mean, like how much better? A game, maybe a game or two.
Can I just see Jameis Winston play more games than he played this year? I just want to see it. I would rather ride with that and then invest our interest elsewhere on other personnel.
Exactly. Think about this. To me, so I'm gonna start by saying I think the coach just don't mess with Jameis like that. I think Jameis was um, Sean Payton's boy.
Right.
I think that's what that was. But
Okay.
check this out real quick. And
And
it's
just side note, fuck. I hope Denver and y'all suck, Sean Payton.
right. But check this out real quick. So we named James the starter at the beginning of the year. This is something I always try to explain to my clients that like to talk noise to me about my Saints and about Jameis. And
Yeah,
bro, think about it. We named this guy the starting quarterback at the beginning of the year.
Right.
Him and Andy went through basically the whole training camp together. They
Everything.
competed against each other the whole training camp. We named him the starter. He played 3 games. He go 1-2 in those 3 games, while he still has a back injury.
Right.
So he sits out for a few games. He's ready finally, and y'all don't want to put him back in, as if Andy is winning games.
At
Andy
most,
under 500.
I was about to say, at most, he might have been.
He was under 500.
I'm saying at the time where Jameis was healthy again, he maybe would have been 2-2, maybe.
He was already under 500
Yeah.
when Jameis came back, and we were, it was questions every week, of course. Like, oh, well, Andy will start this week, and I guess since James was back, but it ain't like, I'm just saying, like, it's not like the dude was winning a lot of games.
Yeah.
Like,
He wasn't going back up for Dak. He wasn't going him. I can't think of his
right?
name.
No, he wasn't cool. He wasn't Cooper Rush at
He
all.
was. He wasn't going Cooper Rush.
Now, if he was winning or had a winning record, I'm like, man, wait a minute, hold
Right.
on, leave him in there. But the dude was under 500, and I'm like, okay, he just don't like Jameis. It may not be personal, but he may not like
That
the
could
way
be it.
Jameis play.
That
His
could be
style.
it.
Yeah, he might not like his style of play.
Damn.
Yeah, which I think Jameis is a better quarterback, but
Right.
yeah.
Do you think we I think we need to head different directions, coaching period too, a head coach.
Uh, to be honest, I would like Pete Carmichael, goofy ass, fired. I ain't gonna lie. I would like him to get fired. I would like his
Yeah.
goofy looking ass to get fired. You go over there to Denver with Sean Payton, because I think that's where our problems are. Our offense is not the same. It's not as near as
Yeah.
good as it was the year before.
Not
Uh,
as creative.
nope, none of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
None of that. So I think if we can get maybe a more established, because you got to think about it, Pete Carmichael, he was with us a whole bunch of years in the O coordinator, but we know who was calling the plays while Sean was there.
Right.
It wasn't Pete. So I think we need to get a offensive coordinator that got experience with calling plays, like years of experience with calling plays. Are we gonna get that? Probably not. They just signed a lot of coaches already, so we
Mhm.
probably don't roll with Pete ass again. But that's why I definitely think as far as coaching, we need a new O coordinator. Yeah,
I can dig that.
yeah,
We'll see, man. Until next season, we'll see
yep,
how everything goes this summer.
yeah.
Um,
Hopefully, we can get Derek Carr though.
yep.
But it's a long shot, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a long shot.
uh, which he pretty much one of the record holders of the Raiders right now as far as quarterback yards and things like that. So
Let this dude here, man. Come on, bro. Y'all want everybody. Y'all want him, man. God, come on, man. Jeez.
hey, man, the Jets not gonna be a factor next year, producer. All right.
Yeah, just get it out your head. Get it out your brain. Another year of missed playoffs, man. Nah,
Yeah,
I'm just playing.
because A Rod only getting older anyway.
He's still good though.
Oh, he's still good now.
He still can play.
But yeah, man, we'll see about that. And then basketball just about to heat up. In just about a month or so, we'll be getting into the playoffs. And then we just had All Star Weekend.
We did.
Um, so I didn't catch the celebrity game. Did you catch the celebrity game?
No, I don't know if they did a celebrity game this year. I know they
They
did. Like
did. They did.
they did. Okay, well, I seen
Uh,
the Rising Star game. I didn't see the
okay.
celebrity game. Yeah.
Anybody notable in the Rising Stars challenge that you saw?
Just some young dudes. Who was up in there? I think I'm gonna say Giddy was in there
Okay.
from OKC.
Okay.
Uh, who else was in there,
Which
man?
they filled with young guys over there.
Yeah, man. It was a lot of young guys. It was actually some G League dudes up in there too.
Oh yeah. Which
Yeah.
actually a guy from the G League, he won the dunk contest.
Exactly. Hey,
Yeah,
homie can dunk too. He can
man.
dunk too. He the best dunker since Zach Levine. Since
Oh,
what was that?
you calling that?
What is when was they when was their dunk contest like 16, 17?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Like that? Yeah, now look, I'm finna say something that may be controversial to a lot of people that
Uh,
that like dunk contests, um, that watch dunk contests every year. I'm gonna ask you first. Who do you think is the best slam dunk contestant? The best slam dunk contestant that we ever had,
ever?
ever like that you
Mm,
know
Hmm, that's tough.
of. You got VC, you got Mike, you got Julius Irvin, you got Dominique Wilkins. You know,
But I'm just
uh,
trying to think of like creativity wise and
Jason
everything.
Richardson. Who you got?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just give you like a top three in no particular
I
order.
just need one. I just need one. I don't need three. I just need one.
All
No,
right,
who we got?
Grandmama, man.
Dunk contest?
Hey, didn't he do the grandma suit in there?
The what?
Didn't he dress up as like grandmama and do a dunk?
Nah, I don't remember that. Nah,
Oh.
I ain't. I can't co-sign that. I
Well, you
don't.
know what? No, I'm gonna say Blake Griffin.
Okay, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Now, see me like normally when I ask these type of questions, or if we having a conversation about it, that young man Sims, he really can jump. He ain't that creative with his dunks, but that dude can jump.
Man,
Um,
he
but
had
now, right, I would say most people would say like Vince Carter.
mm-hmm.
Most people say Vince Carter,
Put the
especially
arm in the rim, bro. That's kind of tough.
then did the reverse windmill 360. Uh, but man, to me, easily the best slam dunk contestant I ever seen was Zach Levine.
Mm.
Zach Levine. He made
Okay.
this. I'm talking about boy could jump high as anybody. He got so much control with the balls, whipping it around his back and through his legs, and
Good
the
point.
dude make the dunk on the first try normally. Yeah, he don't normally
That,
miss.
that counts. That counts for
Come
real.
on, man. He don't normally miss.
Yeah.
He don't normally miss. So I always tell people, I'm like, man, Zach Levine, man, them dunks that VC, now VC was hard, but the
Yeah.
dunks they doing today,
Oh
or what Zach and Aaron Gordon was
yeah.
doing,
Yeah.
man, them dudes ain't doing dunks like they weren't doing
That's a
dunks like
different level.
yeah, yeah.
Do
I
you
say
think? Stephen A. was saying on first take this morning. He say LeBron ruined it, man. Do you think LeBron ruined it by not participating?
I think he I don't want to say ruined the dunk contest, but he ruined the aspect of superstars getting into the dunk contest.
Right. He kind of created that culture of not
Yep.
participating.
Superstars not getting in there. You look at somebody like Ja. Ja should have been in there.
Woo.
Zion. Well, Zion ain't never healthy. He may
Yeah.
actually get in one, but he's just never healthy. But if you talking about like the superstars getting in there like they
Mhm.
used to back in the early 90s and early 2000s and all of that, yeah, LeBron kind of started that wave.
Yeah.
I would say,
Because I mean, Kobe did it, Jordan did it.
T.
Like I say,
Vince
Vince
Carter.
Carter did it. Yeah. Was were they all in there one time?
Nah, he wasn't never in the dunk contest.
No.
Steve Francis was though.
Ah,
He was in there to get. You know what's
okay.
crazy? What a lot of people don't really
Did
know.
BD get in there one year? I think Baron Davis.
BD, I think he did. I want to say he have gotten there before.
He was a tough dunker, bro. He's a good
Yeah,
in game dunker.
for a short dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But that dunk contest, bro, that 2000 dunk contest that VC won, that dunk contest had him, T Mac, Steve Francis, and I want to say, ooh, was it Jerry Stackhouse?
Ooh.
Yeah, I want to say Jerry.
It might have been.
But Jerry, no, he ain't had no business up in there with now one of them boys. Jerry should know he ain't had no type of business up in there with either one of those guys. Yeah, man.
It'll never be like that again. Unfortunately, don't
Nah,
seem like.
I don't think so.
Shoot, Jason Tatum, he could have been in there. Yeah, but so we got Mac McClung ended up winning it.
Mac McClung.
Got him the highest paid that he's ever gotten from like the NBA or playing basketball.
What that slam dunk contest check was?
I got him a milli. Yeah. So shout out.
Yeah, sir. Nah, that's dope, man. And then a guy like him coming from the G League, I think he just got signed like a few days ago.
Yeah, to the 76ers, I believe.
Right, to the Sixers, and I can only imagine. Like, I know he look at him, man. I know he having the time of his life right now, man. Yeah, bro, that's dope. That's dope to see. Then he a white boy getting up there like that. You know what I'm saying? And he not that tall. Like what is he? 6'1", 6'2"? Like he not that tall.
6'2".
6'2". Look at that. And I think that when he hit it up against the glass and dunked
it. Hey man.
Yeah. Man, dude, he got hops, man.
And that's two people. Hey, that's tough.
That's tough. That's tough. I honestly, bro, when I first, because I never seen him dunk, I had never seen any highlights of him or anything. Yeah. When he's had them two people up, I'm like, man, I hope this dude don't hurt himself trying to get up. Then he ain't that tall, but yeah, homie can fucking flat out jump. He can jump.
Yeah. That's another one, Donovan Mitchell. He could have been up in there.
Well, he already won one,
Oh, okay, yeah.
He won, might have been his second year, second year, something like that. Yeah.
Man, shout out.
Nah, no doubt. Gotta go get the McClung jersey now, boy.
Another big thing that happened in the NBA, of course. LBJ breaking the record for most points in NBA history.
Okay.
Eclipsing your boy Kareem. Man, what a feat. And then it's crazy because it's like we don't know how many more, but he still got couple seasons, of course, to expound on that some more. So that's nuts.
Hey, man. That's a hell of a feat. I know a lot of people will say, well, it's a longevity award, and he hasn't been injured. He hasn't had like a season-ending injury, or I don't think the guys even
all things that are no fault of his that he ain't up there.
Right. I don't think he's even ever had like surgery or anything.
Nah,
yeah, I don't think he's even ever had like have to have anything like surgically repaired. So like with that in itself, it's like, that's amazing. Like you think about he spent all this money, and on his body and nutrition,
body preservation, training,
and it's paying off. It's paying off, So shout out to LeBron for eclipsing that,
and be willing to put forth the work though. Like,
yeah,
all of them got the money, but who's gonna be willing to do it, to put forth the mental fortitude to say, you know what, I'm gonna take care of myself, make sure that I do this specific set of things that I have to do to keep my body in shape, all that. So
yeah, you got to be disciplined. That's really all it takes. You can be motivation sometimes wane. You can have it, and then you cannot have it. But if you're disciplined, you're gonna do it because you're supposed to do it, or you said to yourself, "Hey, this is what I'm gonna do."
Right.
So yeah, I think it just takes some discipline. But yeah, shout out to him for breaking that record. But that don't mean Yeah, that don't
So I
mean
can't even ask the question. You just got to jump right
no,
into
that
it.
don't mean
I
that.
can't even ask the question.
Ask me what question?
Does that solidify LBJ, LeBron James,
Mm-hmm. Ramon,
among the so
LeBron,
many
Ramon.
other records that he has, eclipsing the most points in NBA history? Does that solidify him as the GOAT?
Okay. Did it solidify Kareem as the GOAT? And he done had it for 30 some years. Hmm. Hmm.
Don't close up on me when you ask
Hmm.
me that question.
I'm just
Yes.
asking. I'm just asking.
No.
I ain't never heard niggas say
Mhm.
Kareem was the GOAT. I never heard nobody say that. Now listen, man. I don't think for me, my opinion, I think you can I can't be mad at somebody for saying all that LeBron's accomplished. I can't be mad at anybody for saying that, they feel like he's the GOAT. I just don't think so. I just don't think so. I
Okay.
think it's still MJ. Yeah, I think it's still MJ.
Do you think anyone could ever eclipse MJ? Period. Do you
I
think it's
think they
possible?
I think they
Okay,
could.
okay. The stage is
I think they could. Uh I think they could. Now listen, this how I always break it down when I'm talking about
Yeah,
the GOAT debate, right?
I'm listening
Or
to
at
you.
least between who better
Right.
between LeBron and Mike. I always say, well, I think LeBron is the most talented, gifted player to ever come in the league, to
Okay.
ever play the game at the NBA level.
Right.
Just going off of talent, the dude can do everything at a high level for his position. Um, but if we talking, you can't. I think you can't just talk about like how good a player is skill wise. You have to also take into account of what the accolades and all of this.
Mhm.
Um, how did they change the game? And I think all of that goes into a GOAT debate. And
Okay.
I think that Mike numbers or accomplishments were a little bit better than LeBron's. That's all. That's
I
it.
guess we're just referring to the scoring titles because I think that's about the only. Well, of
No,
course
no, no. Well,
he has a
you know what? I break it down. I break it down for you since you don't know. So, of course, LeBron averages more rebounds and assists in a career than Mike.
about to
Um,
be top five in assists as well.
that's cute. That's cute.
All
That's
time.
very cute. That's very cute. What we should be talking about, we probably should be comparing him to Magic then, right?
Mm.
Yeah, but but now he got him in that. He got more rebounds and assists in him. True.
Gotcha.
Mike scores more. Uh, Mike has more all defensive first teams. He has the defensive player of the year, more MVPs, and we all know he got more rings. You know what I'm saying? He got more rings.
Sure,
So
sure.
of all of the things, I would say if I had to pick a career to have, I'm gonna pick Mike's. I'm gonna pick Mike's. That's what I'm gonna pick. What you think though?
So he's more iconic. You saying?
Of course, easily, not easily, not easily,
Is
but
that
easy.
not just because of timing? I don't know. Like he came at a time where there just was really nobody on his level. Like
I mean, when he came out, I mean, you got to think about it. When he first came in the league, you had Magic and Bird, the people that saved the league at the time.
true.
You know what I'm saying? So, and you still had Kareem doing this thing. Um, but I would say, you know,
I'm not gonna cop out with that because
okay,
he I mean he did have some stiff competition.
no
Um,
doubt.
I just have to give it to LeBron in
Okay,
terms of if you're talking about the ultimate. team player because basketball is a team sport.
No doubt.
If you're talking about who's gonna win most one-on-one games, yeah, I say probably Jordan because he's gonna wheel his
Okay.
way in. But if
Okay.
you're talking about in terms of team against team, if you put them in there for 7 championships and they go 7 a game, who's gonna get more rings? I think if you're doing Jordan against LeBron's team is gonna get more rings because eventually they're gonna figure out how to play Jordan enough to just take him out, and you can't do that to LeBron.
Okay. Okay. I understand that. Hey, man, that's your opinion. I just think that, like I say, if you ask me what career, they're in different eras, so
Right,
it's hard to compare. I know everybody like to say, "Oh, well, Jordan wasn't playing against nothing but a bunch of white boys," which is not true. Of course, it had more white people in the league back then, but it wasn't just all white boys. So and as today, a
but he
knock
played against the dream. Basically he was playing against the dream team for the bulk of his career.
huh?
The dream team, the USA dream team.
What about him?
That's basically like the collection of players he was playing against throughout his whole career.
Right. I mean, on different teams, whatever. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
some of the greatest ever.
Top 75 ever. Like a
Right.
lot of those guys were on that. Probably every one of those guys on that dream team is in the top 75. Besides
Yeah.
Christian Leitner, of course. but but look, but now I mean, and a knock on today's game could be, well, nobody plays defense.
Right.
Nobody plays defense. It's way easier to score. You can't, you know, they officiate the game different. You can't basically touch anybody nowadays, or it's a
Right.
foul. So it's pros and cons to each era, but I
Yeah.
think, like I said, if you would have asked me what career, if you just don't put a name on it, if
Right.
you give me all these career accolades, for each player, sit them side by side, I'll pick the one that Jordan had.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see. I can understand that argument. Um, and at the end of the day, I feel like most people would say it's about winning, um, which equates to who's like the best.
Right.
That's why a lot of people they give it to Kobe. Um,
Mm, I mean, but
I mean,
Jordan,
I'm just saying what a lot of people's consensus is that I've
I
talked
got you. I got
to.
you.
And what they say is just because he was, the mama mentality, he
Hmm.
wouldn't let anybody stop him.
Hmm.
Um, but to me, it's just he was just a clone of Jordan, so there's no way he could be better than Jordan.
That's the only knock on Kobe. That's
Yeah,
for me. That's the only knock on Kobe. He wasn't original. That's one thing I
right,
can give LeBron. LeBron, he's something like we never seen. He's a cross between Magic and Jordan, somewhat,
right,
with the athleticism of Jordan and the passing and the rebounding of Magic. So and the defense, kind of the defensive Jordan. He back in his, in his younger days, he
yeah.
played pretty decent defense.
I
So
mean, some of his most iconic plays are like blocks off
the
the
block, that's probably
backboard.
his most iconic play.
Yeah,
A block against Golden State. That's probably
yeah.
definitely his most iconic play. Yep.
So
But nah,
defense
man.
is good.
Yeah, man. I just think, but and it's not a knock on for me to be like, well, I think LeBron is top two.
Yeah,
That's not a top two ever.
no, for sure, for
But
sure.
some people take it like that. If you say that Jordan is, if you think that Jordan is the GOAT, or better than LeBron, people today that like LeBron and love LeBron and think he's the GOAT, they take it as hating, like you hating on LeBron. That's
Yeah,
not hating on it.
right,
These are all opinions at the end of the day, bro.
right.
Like, you know, that's why I don't really too much. I will never say somebody. Honestly, I don't care. I don't care that much.
Yeah,
But second of all, like, I would never say somebody hating because this is their opinion. That's
right.
their opinion.
No, I understand that, and at the end of the day, it don't affect none of us anyway.
Exactly.
But I just, yeah, I think it's a thing where you can say they're ghosts on different planes. Uh, Jordan's the best individual player ever, and LeBron is the best, teammate ever or whatever.
I think he's
Uh,
best all around.
right.
I
That's
think
all around there.
I think Jordan's one of the best winners.
Hmm.
Yeah, he one of the best winners.
That's facts. Because like when it's, I mean, even though LeBron has more playoff buzzer beaters than Jordan, but you have those iconic moments where you see Jordan, and you like, yeah, he know what he
Yeah,
about to do. He about to win the game.
right. He about to get it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if you never, if you always winning and you ain't, you ain't never seen a game seven in the finals, or you 6-0 with six Finals MVPs. I mean, it ain't is it really coming down to a buzzer beater like that? I'm just saying, that's cool and all, but we'll get it done before we have to get a buzzer beater in.
yeah. I hear you. You all right? You sneak that in there. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
But if it's about just how many championships you got, Bill Russell the greatest. Then, um,
Well, yeah, that's why I never make it about just how many championships. You have some people that do that, but I try
yeah,
to make it about everything collectively. Yeah,
I can feel that.
yeah.
I'm gonna still go LeBron with it though.
Okay, no, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But
Ain't nothing
definitely
wrong with
Jordan, probably the most memorable player of all time as far as changing the game. Like even decades past this, they still gonna be talking about Jordan for sure.
that. Oh yeah,
Probably LeBron too, I'm sure. But
yeah. I think people, you do have people that actually hate on LeBron. And they when he retire, that's when they gonna appreciate his game. That's
yeah,
normally like when a person retire and they not in the league anymore. That's when we tend to appreciate that game.
all the people that might be actually diehard fans, if any of those still exist for their teams, will be like, yeah, I remember he swept us or whatever,
He's a bad
last
boy.
year or whatever.
Hmm. Yep, he was a bad boy.
Yeah, that's what people did with MJ. So
Hmm.
even though you had to recognize his greatness like at the moment too.
Yeah, man. That was yeah, yeah.
For real, for real. So I figure we get heavy before we get light,
Okay,
get into some real life shit.
okay.
Uh, real life RLS topic for today, man. It's on the loss and grieving. Um, I feel like this is a topic a lot of people can relate to.
Not a lot. Everybody,
Yeah, everybody.
everybody.
Everybody has somebody either that is directly that they lost or that was close to them through somebody else that they knew that they lost. Like everybody has dealt with loss and grieving to certain extents. Um, and it's just one of those things where never um, it's never a right or a wrong way to deal with it. It's never easy, um, and it's always kind of continual, is what I've learned.
Right.
I would just say the biggest lessons I've learned, which a lot of people may not know. Um, I lost my mom back in 2009, um, and I was 13 going on 14. So I've been, you know, coping with that since back then. And I think I'm blessed to where I didn't let it like affect me negatively. I don't feel to where I made rash decisions and just hated the world type thing. Because sometimes loss can do that to people. I've seen that on different people where they just spiral because they don't know what to do after that. So I'm just I would basically say most of what I had to do was go through different levels. Uh, shoot, definitely when it first happened, uh, crying, of course, um, being angry, being upset, even having a stance of like looking at God on some stuff like how could you even do something like that type thing. Uh, what I would just implore people to do is really, of course, seek counseling. Um, Whereas I didn't have like a technical therapist. Whenever you know somebody wanted to talk to me, and or I had elders that asked for how I was feeling, even like the school guidance counselor at one point, had me for a session and wanted to talk and everything. I always was like, okay, I'm gonna express myself to people that asking, because if they asking how I'm feeling, you know I'm gonna tell them. I ain't gonna censor myself or whatever. So I would just advise people to be open about it, man, and definitely seek some type of counsel, uh, whether that be professional. I would implore definitely professional, like if you
Right.
can. But if you don't feel comfortable, I don't want to say dumping on like your just close friend group, because a lot of times, I mean, they not equipped to handle what you're putting down, but
Right.
somebody that you feel comfortable with for sure.
Nah, no doubt. Um,
How
shit.
would you say like you deal?
Uh, Probably not the best way, to be honest. Like you, I also lost my mom. Not that early. I couldn't imagine losing her at 14, 15, or you said 13, 14.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine. But I lost her. I lost her. I was 29. She passed, and for me, I think it was more of a thing of my initial feelings. Of course, it's the hurt and the crying, and my initial feelings were, and mind you, this is 2 weeks before finishing my hours, completing my hours to go and take my state board test for barbering, which I've been working the last year and a half for, sacrificing for it, taking less paying jobs just because I was prioritizing school.
Right.
But and after she passed, my initial feelings was kind of like, man, what I'm doing this for? One of my goals was to be able to give back to her as she, for her taking care. I know I'm a child, but that was me. That would have been me saying thank you, and I appreciated you for, raising me the right way and just, always being there. But that was my initial feelings because I don't have kids. I didn't have kids at the time and all of that.
Right.
And I was just like, man, this is crazy. It's wild. Like at this time, 2 weeks before, but I mean, immediately I snapped out of it, because I thought about like what she would want. I know, with her helping me as much as she did around that time, she wouldn't have wanted me to stop. She wanted me to keep going. So, my mission always been from that day on to make her proud and
Yeah.
just keep doing the things that I want to do and that I'm passionate about. And my way of how I deal with it, man. At least at the time, was to keep busy, bro. She literally died, I think on Monday or Tuesday, a Tuesday. I was living in Shreveport, drove back home early that Tuesday morning, um, and stayed down there with the fam for some hours. I probably shot back around 7 or 8 back to Shreveport, and I was up at the barber school the next morning. Heart heavy as a motherfucker. Feeling like I really didn't have any energy to do anything, but I knew I
See,
was still trying to complete
to
something.
be around people, period, like that is crazy to me. Like,
Yeah,
uh, that's a strength in itself, because it's
yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah. Yeah, man. And like I say, it was tough, man. Especially the timing of it, the suddency of it. It was tough. But I remember I was dealing with this chick. Of course, I won't say no names, but at the time, I was dealing with this chick, and I always thank her for helping me through that time. She was on some stuff like, hey, I had similar. I went through a similar thing when my aunt passed. Uh, I don't want you to be alone, so you're welcome to come stay over whenever whenever you, every night if you want to. And I took her up on that, and I think that kind of helped me not to, just be by myself and
Yeah.
alone in my thoughts. But for sure, man, something like that, that wasn't the healthiest way to stay busy. But for sure, like right, like you say, bro, the best thing you can do is seek counsel. Seek a therapist. Not really your friends, a professional
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, man. Um, and I definitely understand what you're saying about, you know, the keeping busy aspect of it, because
Yeah,
you kind of, it's kind of surreal,
it is.
your mind get on hyperdrive, kind of like, because you having all these different thoughts about what happened and how it happened. Could you have done anything to prevent it? All this stuff.
Yeah, nah, no doubt.
So definitely, it's good that you had somebody to kind of slow you down and that you could just kind of, confide in, man.
Right,
That's something that I don't want to take for granted either, man. Like if you have anybody, family, anybody that you can just be around, a familiarity, like you say,
yeah,
you don't necessarily have to talk to them, and
nah,
but
just
just
being
to
around
be,
somebody.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
it
good
helped
thing.
me. Yeah,
Agreed, agreed. Um, and then I would just say also, don't be afraid. Don't think it's gonna be an immediate thing. It's a ever ongoing thing. Um, so it's just you adjust to the different levels, you know. And definitely, like what you was saying, you learn to live for that person, man, or those people.
yeah,
You understand that. Look, at the end of the day, they care for you like you care for them. They want to see you flourish. They want to see you go on to do great things, especially within yourself, and fulfill that your destiny. So
right,
always keep that in mind and how you move for your loved ones.
right,
Uh, and I think that's just a good pathway to guide you. And it definitely helps you, like I say, not get over it because you never will, but just live with it, and it becomes more of a motivator than anything.
right. Nah, no doubt.
Yeah. Um, and any other you think advice that you might have on it, man? As far as like tips on how to deal.
Now I would just say, like I say, I don't think that the healthiest thing is to stay busy. That's just how I coped with it. Um, so take that time, and it's funny. Like I say, I stayed busy, but when I was forced to sit down and sit my ass in my house when I first moved out here, I think that's when I kind of actually did started the grieving process, which
Yes,
was
to
like a
break
year
it down.
later, which was like a year later,
Wow.
almost to the day when the shutdown happened. So sometimes, man, is versus just being busy or staying busy. Sometimes it's good to just sit there and just let them emotions, let them out.
Yeah.
Let them out, man. Think about them. I would try to. I would, back then I would try to like not think about it so I wouldn't get
Try to
emotional.
suppress. Yeah.
Yeah, try suppressing it. So let them out, man. Let them out.
Yeah. That's it, man. Don't feel like you got to be hard or anything like that. Um,
Yeah,
it's real feelings, and that's the thing. We all have them, and whether you try to push them down or whatever, they eventually come out.
they do.
You want them to come out in a healthy way.
Right.
And just you facing them head on and dealing with them.
Nah, no doubt.
Yeah. All right. So now that we got heavy, let's get light, man. Time to get into Tales from the Cane. We gotta start putting some music up for the Tales for the Cane, man. I don't know. I feel like you gotta dive in that thing. Today's Tales from the King is brought to you by.
That sound like 80s porn music, bro. Cut it off right now. Cut it off right now, man. Children are watching this.
Oh, brought to you by the Crackheads of America. This segment of Tales from the King is called Crackhead TVs. One night we was working at Burger King, and it was one of the slower nights because I don't think no customer was in there. Probably was a little close to closing time too.
Okay.
So it's dark outside.
Mm-hmm.
A gentleman walks in with a 42-inch Vizio. He's wearing a sweatshirt,
Smart TV.
smart TV.
Ooh,
As the the apps. This is like 2014, 15. So those were just kind of getting hot.
Yeah, it's getting on
Had
the
the
smart TV.
Netflix on there and everything. It was
Yeah.
hey, it was kind of lit. He comes in with a sweatshirt on, a little grungy, a little stained. Some stains on his shirt, missing a few teeth. But he's got this TV, and apparently it's for sale for $40.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, of course, as employees working at, the luxurious Burger King where they paid us such great wages,
Right.
we just couldn't happen to pass on this deal. And he actually said he could go back and get more.
he said, how many more you want?
I think it was a crew of about 5 of us.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say about 3 of us got TVs, maybe 4.
Okay.
And then I believe the authorities got wise. Because he was going back. He was going back for the last TV, and he did not make it back.
Too quick. He did too much.
Yeah. So I mean, you press and you look. I'm still to this day trying to wonder, how did the hell did he get out of Walmart with a 42-inch TV?
How? On his shoulder.
It was like in the box, pristine condition, like
untouched. Bro. And I'm still mad that motherfuckers ain't called me up there so that I could. Man, you could have gave. I would have gave you money. I would have gave you the money. I'd have gave you $20.
I couldn't believe it was real. It didn't seem like it was actually happening.
Man, you're supposed to call everybody you know if somebody doing something like that, man. You getting them TVs out there, man, by the boatload. You supposed to hear somebody else. Hey, bro.
You're right. They supposed to have. We didn't have group FaceTime back then. If they'd have had group FaceTime back then,
we had group messaging.
Group messages.
We had group messaging back then.
We did.
Come on, bro.
We had the group
man. We had group messaging.
I don't think we had group messaging.
We had group messaging back then. Man, that's 15, 16. That's group messaging. No, it's 14, 15.
We weren't using it like that, though.
Well, we should have used it that day. We should have used it. That's what I'm telling you. We should have used it. Thinking,
yeah, that might have been good. That might have been bad off on me.
Yeah.
But, I don't know if y'all would have made it, man. Like I said, he didn't even get all the TVs for the people. In the stove.
Yeah, now you're right.
But yeah, man, that was a crazy time, dude. Like, and then of course, at the end of the shift, we was up there wondering like how we had to make sure to sneak the TVs into the car because we didn't know if they was looking for them or what.
Oh, blocking around the store and shit, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was damn, I gave out the year. I said I wasn't gonna do that. Edit that.
15 or 16. I mean,
maybe statute of limitations, man. I didn't take it. I'm just a receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah, TV's
gone. You don't even really know that they was stole. He just came back with the TV. You ain't seen him.
Yeah.
Feel it. So
he might have had a receipt. He might have been just trying to get some street cred.
He might have. Yeah.
Not a
$2 million 4 missing teeth. I can't explain. That, but
Yeah.
he might have actually bought those TVs. It's a chance.
Got a point.
Yeah,
We can only hope.
man.
Oh man, good times.
Yeah, man. That's
Uh, so I was out in Dallas a couple weekends ago,
mm,
and was looking for just a little vibe to get something to eat,
mm.
and stumbled upon. Well, actually, you guys would put me on to this place, Southern Daiquiri Factory.
Southern
Um,
Daiquiri Factory.
Southern Classic
Yeah,
Daiquiri Factory. Southern
yeah,
Classic, because my man is from Natchitoches, the
yes.
owner, Jimmy Lee Stewart.
Jimmy
Um,
Lee. That's my homeboy.
man, that's the name right there, ain't it?
Yeah, Jimmy Lee. Boy, that's his daddy.
Hey, he ain't got to steal no TVs. My boy is out there doing his thing. Um, great flavors with the daiquiris. Great food. Got the Natchitoches meat pies in there. We had like a little assortment plate with like some shrimp, a little couple pieces of fish. Um, and in times where inflation is, kind of crazy, prices wasn't actually that bad, man.
Yeah.
So, and he got 4 locations. He got in one in downtown Dallas, in Sherman, Texas, Fort Worth, and out in Durant, Oklahoma. Uh,
He
that's
got
cool, really, to
got
see.
two out in the rent.
Oh yeah,
You got two out in the rent. Yeah,
yeah, man.
yeah.
So big ups to Jimmy Lee, man. It's your brother, Natchitoches hometown,
Yeah.
uh, Natchitoches Central alumni, man. Doing your thing, man. Shout out.
Yeah. Nah, it's funny, man. It's crazy. Jimmy, that nigga Jimmy, man. He, hey, coming from where we come from, bro. Like, I'm proud as hell of that nigga, man. And like for real, uh, you know, nigga already knew. Nigga been knowing, he was gonna make something of himself.
Right.
But how you doing it? Like, I, I can respect that. Like, he low key starting a franchise just by himself, though. Like,
That's crazy.
so, hell yeah. Shout out to Jimmy, man.
Yep. And he doing it just taking parts of his culture, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he grew up probably, eating that seafood. We had Maggio's Daiquiri Factory all there. I mean, that's just seeing your environment and taking it and exposing other people to the culture.
Yep.
You living the rich dream, low key.
That's what he doing.
Hey man. So that's shout out, man. Which if people don't know, man, that's what Rich Dreams is all about, bro. Like, not just the money, but making sure that what you're doing in your daily life is something that you're proud of. That's something that you wanted to do to support yourself, not just something you have to do
to make money. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
So man, shout out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Tell us how you feel about this episode. Definitely, if you missed out last week, we had the guest on our panel for the Valentine's Day. Y'all definitely need to catch that, episode 11.
Yeah.
This has been episode 12.
Big 12.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's your boy G Faye.
Also, now don't forget, we got the pop-up shop this weekend. What is it? The Mercantile building, Mercantile place. It's in Dallas. It's downtown Dallas.
Okay.
The Black Bazaar City pop-up shop from 2 to 6 this Sunday, February 26th. Pull up on us, man. We'll be out there.
And we'll put the link in the bio on our Instagram as well.
Yeah.
So it'll be pinned to our page. That's Sunday the 26th. So make sure you come rock with us.
Buy something.
Don't come cheap.
Right.
Man, this has been your boy G Faze. I am Smoke Dog.
He said this big boy G face like this, like I'm you and you me.
Matter of fact, no, this is how we do it. We're gonna edit this. I need producer remember this 125 and some change. I am Smoke Dog for your boy G Fades. We are the Rich Dream Show, reminding you that some dreams are worth more than money. Peace.